What's good, y'all? It's your boy Kino45, aka Kino the GOAT, and today I'm bringing you a sort of analytical video. This is two sides of one coin, and this video is really going to be about depicting the whole reincarnation cycle and how a lot of people don't know, but Obito and Kakashi are a part of that reincarnation cycle. Because, yeah, if you don't think so, I'm going to explain it to you. For you to understand what I'm going to tell you, you're going to have to, I'm going to have to explain the reincarnation cycle itself to you guys. So, the reincarnation cycle was created because Hagoromo, the Sage of Six Paths, he basically wanted to stop this beef between his sons, Indra and Ashura, because Indra was being directly manipulated by Black Zetsu, much like his following Uchiha descendants being manipulated by Black Zetsu, and he ended up, starting the clan Uchiha in this path of just damnation. Like, this man's decisions ruined an entire clan for at least a century, which is crazy to me. But yeah, he killed his two best friends on a pursuit of power. And his brother Ashura found out about this, and they had a big ass battle with Ashura winning. And Hagoromo wanted his son's beef to be solved in the future, so he created the reincarnation cycle. Also, he knew one day his mother Kaguya would come back. Kaguya Otsutsuki, strong ass bitch for no reason. He knew she was gonna come back, so he decided, well, they could stop her if they worked together, because, they had the power of him if they work together, and, he's strong as shit. So, yeah, that's the reincarnation cycle, summed up to a good degree. The first parallel we're going to be talking about is Naruto Uzumaki and Obito Uchiha. They are actively two sides of the same coin. You see what I did there? Pun.
Shut your bitch ass up!
Nah, don't unsubscribe, but for real. The first parallel we're going to be talking about is Naruto and Obito. What's crazy to me about this parallel is how well Kishimoto did it without us even noticing. A lot of people don't see that Obito and Naruto are the exact same person, especially when they're children. Obito, hell, they wore the same color. They both wore orange and blue, navy blue when they were kids. They both wore the exact same color, bro, which is crazy. They had the same goals, same aspirations, and they were put in mostly the same position because they both grew up without parents. If you didn't know, Obito's parents, I believe, died in the war, and all he had was like a brother or somebody was taking care of him. But they both grew up without parents. The only difference that they had is something changed Obito. Something changed him for the worse. Out on a mission, Raccoon said, "Shut your mouth," and smacked him, And for some reason, that mission could have easily been avoided if they would have just sent Jonin Ninja instead of one Jonin who happens to be a child and his two friends. Like, how easily that could have been avoided, Hiruzen, but I'm not going to talk about him right now. I'll make a video on him later. So, yeah, Obito, Raccoon said, "Mink," smacked his ass. He thought he was going to die. He gave his best friend his Sharingan, one of them, and told him to watch over Rin. One thing, Kakashi. One thing you had to do. And that singular thing was protect Rin. And he couldn't do it, which is crazy. Also, the fact that he ends up killing Rin it's very funny to me. But that's besides the point. Madara ends up manipulating Obito and turning him into the monster you see in the anime. And it's crazy because the same thing could have happened to Naruto if Orochimaru would have went for him instead of going for Sasuke. I always think about that. If Orochimaru would have tried to get the nine-tailed fox instead of getting Sasuke, the same exact thing would have happened. He would have been manipulated into becoming a monster, just like Obito, which is crazy. I'll probably make a what if on that too. But yeah, the next parallel we're gonna be talking about is the Kakashi and Sasuke parallel. The next parallel we have is Sasuke and Kakashi. These two are, again, two sides of the same coin. And I'm not doing this as a pun this time, but it's crazy to see how differently Kakashi and Naruto turned out than Obito and Sasuke, because it kind of flipped in this instance. Sasuke is the bad guy, whereas Kakashi was the good guy in his reincarnation, and Naruto is the good guy, whereas Obito is the bad guy. It's crazy how good Kishimoto's writing was. Actually, he's doing pretty good with Boruto right now, so I'm not gonna discredit him. But yeah, Kakashi and Sasuke's parallel is a bit different from Obito and Naruto's. These two have went through the most out of any character in the show, hands down. They both are just fucked. Like, Kakashi watched his own father kill himself. His mother died giving birth to him. Wait, no. I think his mother got killed by the people after his father. It was one of those two. But he watched both of his best friends die, including killing one of them. Then he watched his sensei die. He lost everything in a matter of years. And he was on a dark path. The Anbu, that was a very dark path for Kakashi. But Minato pulled him out. Really, Itachi and the memory of Ren and Minato pulled him out of that dark path he was going to go on. Whereas Sasuke, his whole clan was fucked by his brother, and he had to live as a sort of outcast. Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't all that bad because he was the most popular kid and a prodigy, but so was Kakashi. He was probably the most popular kid and a prodigy. They were both prodigies. And then what hurt Kakashi more was that he couldn't save his student. Sasuke left the village. He couldn't stop him. And I love seeing that parallel between him, Obito, Sasuke, and Naruto, because it's so good. That's why I believe Kakashi and Obito are part of the cycle as well. I feel like they were reincarnations of Ender or Ashura too. It's just they didn't fight as much because Madara was manipulating Obito, and Obito couldn't come out to fight Kakashi. But as soon as he came out, they scrapped and they made up, which is crazy. But yeah, Obito and Kakashi are probably my favorite of the reincarnation cycle because their story just ties in so well with it. And I feel like a lot of people don't think they're a part of it, but I believe they're a part of it. And I mean, not Kakashi and Sasuke, theirs is great though. Like, their whole dynamic was good. Kakashi is very, very, very silent when it comes to his emotions, and it was great to see him deal with Sasuke leaving the village and almost dying to pain. That shit pissed me off, I'm not gonna lie, bro. If we would have lost Jiraiya and Kakashi to pain, he's still one of my favorite villains, but if we'd have lost Jiraiya and Kakashi to pain, I'd have probably quit. I'd have quit, seriously. But that was my take on the dynamics in Naruto. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, join the army, and yeah, until next time, my friends, peace.
You wanna go, I can take you there.